Chinese New Year cooking ideas. There are few festivities that are felt around the world on quite the grand scale that the Chinese New Year is celebrated. This is an event that affects people all around the globe, and the celebrations are quite exotic and a lot of fun for everyone involved. One thing that many outsiders may not realize is that many of the aspects of the Chinese New Year celebrations have a very specific purpose and meaning, even the food. Whether you are Chinese or not, I know very few people in the world that couldn't use a small degree of good fortune to make things in their worlds run a little more smoothly. When it comes to cooking for a Chinese New Year celebration, there are a few things you might want to keep in mind. The foods that are prepared each have their very own meaning and a definite reason for being prepared. Dumplings are believed to bring wealth in the new year to those who eat them on this special day. Of course, wealth is something that many people wish to accumulate, so there are many paths to doing so. Other foods that are symbolic of wealth on the Chinese New Year are bamboo shoots, black moss seaweed, egg rolls, and oranges. Wow, this is just the beginning of the symbolic nature of food for the Chinese New Year, so be sure to bring your appetite if you choose to celebrate. Longevity or long life is something else that the Chinese are quite famous for. Eternal youth is what some may call it, though these days it is far less eternal than may have been the case in centuries past. The secret, however, to that long life was in consuming the proper foods as part of the New Year festivities. Those foods include noodles, Chinese garlic chives, and peanuts. Circus elephants everywhere rejoice at this news. Prosperity is attributed to foods such as lettuce, whole fish, and pomelo. In addition to prosperity, whole fish and pomelo are believed to bring abundance and togetherness, as in marriage or romance, during the coming year. Chicken is the main course when happiness is the goal. In addition, chicken is associated with marriage, particularly when served with foods such as lobster that are considered to be dragon foods. For those planning for children in the near future, you might want to add eggs, seeds such as watermelon seeds, and pomelo, the last two especially if you want several children. Finally, if luck is what you are most in need of, try to add a tangerine or some seaweed to your plate on this special day. If your run of luck has been really bad, you may want to double up on your servings of both. The internet is filled with wonderful recipes to help you celebrate the Chinese New Year in as traditional a setting as possible. Foods such as jiaozi, Chinese noodles, and egg rolls are commonly found online and will go a long way towards creating the proper atmosphere for all good things to come your way in the coming year. Add a few lettuce wraps and longevity noodles and you have a good grasp on the good things that most of us hope will come our way in the coming year. If you can't manage to eat all of the foods that are believed to be symbolic of good things to come in the coming year, be sure to pick those you feel are most important and focus on eating those. This is, after all, quite a bit of food to take in during the course of one day, unless you are barely getting a bite in of any of them, and that would most likely defeat the purpose. Take time and make sure that you manage to enjoy cooking and preparing the dishes that make a Chinese New Year so special, as well as you enjoy eating them.